interview. I'm done. I'm done.
That's Wednesday.
Laura says her parents, Denise and Larry, have no idea how bad her OCD has gotten because she hides it from them. Take a look.
I noticed that Laura lost a lot of weight after the birth of her second child.
She was just skin and bones. It was just dreadful.
I knew for sure that she had an eating disorder.
I asked Brian if he could keep in touch with us because we had no idea what was going on.
It's a little bit awkward to talk about Laura's health. Laura becomes anxious if I ask her too many questions. I feel that Laura's marriage is intact. They seem like they're in love with each other and that they care a great deal for each other. I'm selective about what I say to Laura and what I say to Brian because I don't want it to ever seem like I'm trying to dig for information.
We're just concerned parents. We want to know what's going on.
Okay. Thank you for being here and joining us. This is much more advanced than I think you have been aware of. Would that be an accurate statement?
We heard things today that I couldn't have dreamed that was happening.
Tell me what your thoughts, feelings, and reactions are to where we are at this point.
I'm just so sorry, and I feel I've missed the boat.
I'm very proud of your strength to get here. I also feel kind of sad that you weren't able to share that with us so we could be more of a part of your life.
I just don't want to hurt you guys, so I try to not talk about it a lot. And I don't want you guys worrying, so I try not to make you worry.
But you fear judgment from them.
I feel judgment from about everybody.
Do you guys think you have a fair and clear understanding about OCD?
I feel a lot of confusion. What is really wrong with my daughter, and how can I help her?
I want to give you at least a definition of it, and then we're going to take a break, and I want to come back and explain more about it. But it's characterized by obsessive, and that's persistent and intrusive thoughts. And people don't often think about this, but obsessive refers to thought and compulsive refers to behavior. So obsessive, persistent, and intrusive thoughts and compulsive, repetitive behaviors. And these are time-consuming. And diagnostically say at least an hour a day, and certainly I've heard it's like all day, every day. They're time-consuming, or they cause significant distress and impairment, and that certainly is the case here. They may involve dysfunctional beliefs, and they're talking about an inflated sense of responsibility. Like, for example, she's afraid about pregnant women because some have lost their babies, and she has an inflated sense of responsibility that it was like her fault. Overestimating threat. She feels like she may wake up in the middle of the night and hurt someone, so she binds herself. Overestimating threat. Overestimating threat of foods and germs and even going outside or touching certain things. Perfectionism, intolerance, and overimportance of thoughts, that if she thinks something bad that it could happen. I mean, all of those things. So you would say you're kind of all over that definition, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. You're just kind of all over that. Now, there are some other things that go along with that, and these things don't often happen in isolation. The question is, where does this come from, right? Is this something she can just gut up and walk through, or does it come from somewhere else? Next, Brian wonders if Laura's health would be better if he just wasn't around. And he also wonders if his children would be better if they weren't exposed to someone with this disorder, and if she would be better if she didn't have children to contend with. So the question is, in order for her to get better, should he take the children and be gone? In order for the children to grow up healthy, would they be better if they weren't around her?